It's not mine, I don't think.
Well, it's done up as well, that's kind of a bit.
So we've just been through Holme Lock. We left you last time moored up a short walk from Nottingham city centre with Fran and Rich from YouTube channel floating our boat. Before we set off, Pete took a look down the weed hatch to see if there was anything around the prop. What have you found? Nice.
Yeah.
It's not mine, I don't think.
Well, it's done up as well, that's kind of a bit.
After that interesting find, we were on our way.
We are on, I think it's called the Nottingham Canal, isn't it? It connects the navigable parts of the Trent together, so we don't have to go down weirs and all kinds of strange things.
Have you been reading your Nicholsons again?
No, I haven't, no. It's probably not the Nottingham Canal. It was the Beeston Canal, and I think it turned into the Nottingham Canal, but I might be wrong. In front, those famous vloggers, Mark and Deb.
The canal makes a very sharp turn at Poplar Arms Corner that was once a junction. we approached to Meadow Lane Lock, we stopped to use the services and fill it with water. While we were waiting for the water tank to fill, we took a walk up to the lock to take a look at the River Trent. This is the last lock before going onto the Trent. You can see the junction of the canal and the river here in the Nicholson's guide. We waited for the lock to empty, opened the gates, and just like that we were out on the River Trent. Wider than any waterway we'd been on before.
Heard you want to leave this place where we grew up. This old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. River's gonna cry when you're gone.
Doing?
Driving on the Trent.
gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're gone.
We stopped for the night at Holme Moorings, which is right next to the National Water Sports Centre. There was a very loud event going on, which we found out was the Canoe Freestyle World Championships. It was fascinating to watch the canoeists in action, just a short walk from our boat. It wasn't the quietest mooring, as the celebrations and award ceremony went on till about midnight. The next day we took a lovely walk into the Lady Bay area of Nottingham to meet up with family. We had coffee at this lovely 100% vegan cafe. And then walked back and saw lots of other activities that are available at the Water Sports Centre. Then we took a walk up to Holme Lock to see what we were in for the next day. This was the first automated lock that we'd encountered on the waterways so far. And we were lucky that there was a boat just about to come into the lock, so we got to see the whole process. You can see the lock keeper on duty there, who is in charge of operating the locks.
As you can see, we're fully kitted out with life preservers, I suppose you call them.
Life jackets.
Life jackets.
Life
I
vest.
get all my words wrong, don't I?
Life vests in America.
All right, so we have our life vests on, and as you can probably see in the background, we're on a huge river. It's actually the Trent, the River Trent, and we're just about to set cruising through Holme Lock, which we've just been for a walk up there. It's huge. So you could probably fit, I don't know, 50 narrowboats in there or something. Maybe a slight exaggeration.
20.
Yeah, I mean, we thought the Foxton locks were a little bit scary, but this is a bit of a monster. But fortunately, we've got the A-team in front of us on Laura Maisie, so Fran and Rich are heading through there. We're just going to follow their example, and they apparently know how to work the lock, so everything should be good.
Because yesterday we walked up to see what was going on, what we were heading to, and there was a lock keeper on. And now today, there's no lock keeper.
I know.
So we're on our own.
And just an orange light, which means proceed with caution. So we can actually go through and operate it on our own. But anyway, it's good that there's a couple of us going anyway. So,
But it's all part of the adventure, isn't it?
absolutely, yeah. So anyway, yeah, we'll get some clips as we're going through there. We'll put them up, and then not sure how far we're going to get. We're going to head towards Newark. Don't think we're going to get all the way there today, but we'll see how we go, see what the moorings are like, and then we'll stop somewhere. Not too late, I hope. So.
This is the operating panel with instructions on how to operate the lock. Fran and I went ahead to open the lock gates. You can see the yellow rod there on the right. These are the sluices, and when they are up they show that the sluices have been opened. That's the equivalent of opening the paddles on a regular lock gate with your windlass. Opening the sluices lets water into or out of the lock. As each boat comes into the lock, they loop their rope through a rod that goes up the height of the lock wall. This ensures that boats can be pulled in tightly to the wall and don't bounce around as the water comes into or is let out of the lock. The rope slides up and down the rod as the water level rises and falls. As we let the water out of the lock, we kept a check on everybody to make sure they're all okay. Here's Pete's view from inside the lock. After we'd opened the gates and all the boats had left the lock, we closed the gates again and walked down to meet our boats.
Holme lock, and that was so much easier than I had been worrying about. It looks huge and it looks daunting, but you just put your key in and press the buttons and follow the instructions, and it's just all automated, and there's no worrying about what orders to do anything or getting your windlass out to open the gates or anything. So
I just had to worry about holding the boat in one place, but they have those blue lines, don't they, to hang the rope around,
yeah,
keep us on one side, so that was alright actually, wasn't it?
we just felt really tiny in there.
Yeah.
Didn't we? You realise how small your boat is when you're in a huge lock like that. So on to the next one now, heading towards Stoke Lock now, which is the same, and apparently we've been told there's a lock keeper on duty, so it's going to be even easier.
These are typical pontoon moorings on the river with space just for a few boats. there's the lock keeper checking that everybody is okay.
Thank you.
You can hear Hamish there telling us that he needs to get off.
It's okay, boy, we know. It's okay. We know, Hamish, it's okay. It's okay.
And one of the biggest downsides for us of being on the river is that you can't just stop anywhere to let the dogs off when they need to go, like you can on the canals. But we knew we didn't have much further to go to get to the Gunthorpe visitor moorings. We love the Gunthorpe visitor moorings as they're behind a locked, secure gate with only access to the boaters, and right next to a pub and along from an Indian restaurant. Perfect. Join us next time as we continue our journey on the Trent to the lovely town of Newark, where we stop and explore. As always, thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment. We love reading them all.